We could stay still so they'll think we're frozen. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to Healthy Goals Wednesdays. How are you, Gail?
I am good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm good. Today I took a nap.
Naps are good. Naps are good.
I don't know. I just, like probably like every 30 or 40 days, there's one of those days where I just have to nap.
Yeah.
Hi, Ariella. Good morning. Who else is in here? Anne's in here. Hello, Anne, Jamie, Jan. I don't know who else.
Sorry,
Adrian's here. Hi, Adrian. And there it is. I couldn't find the little scroll up thingy majiggy. Who else is in here? Everybody's in here. Hello, everybody. Yeah, everybody's in here for Healthy Goals Wednesdays. So
hello.
Could everybody post something amazing that you did this week for yourself that's more healthy than you typically do?
I know this week when I hit some of those low energy spells, which I think is maybe thyroid related, I would make myself like a 2:00 small homemade protein shake. And that seemed to boost my energy. So if you guys are having kind of a lull at that, 2-3 o'clock before your dinner, just make yourself a small, homemade protein shake. And that seemed to help me that day.
That's a really good idea because
really helpful. I thought that was really cool. So I did that. And I did that.
Yeah.
So I think that helped me.
About 3 or 4 o'clock, I'll kind of be like, oh gosh, I'm so exhausted. But so maybe
I think that's where I've been, there's days I just want to lay down and I tell myself, just get up and do something really quick. Just get up and do something.
Oh, yeah.
And if you still feel like laying down, I talk myself out of it. I do a few things and then boom, I end up feeling better. I just needed to move around more, And I think not being outside because it's so hot, I can only go out there for small periods of time. I think that's not really helping me mentally. But I did get out there and work about 10, 15 minutes on just some random things. I deadheaded some of my sunflowers and a few other things.
I've been doing the rebounder because I got that rebounder, and I've been doing it 3 times. At first I was doing it like twice a day, but I've been doing it 3 times a day, but I'm only doing like so many sets of different things. I'm not going for like a long period of time.
Because it's a rebounder.
It's like a little mini trampoline kind of like thing. And it really feels good, like your whole, when you're completely exhausted and worn out and you go lay down in bed and you're like, oh, it feels so good, that your whole body. Well, that's what it feels like to me when I'm bouncing on the rebounder.
Yeah.
It feels good. So I've been trying to get, at first I thought maybe it was going to break. So I was
you might just bust right through it.
Right. But also like getting my footing and making sure that I'm like not gonna fall or like hurt my knee or anything else, getting used to, what I'm supposed to do. But so I've been doing it 3 times a day and it feels great. I really like it.
Hey, if you guys would post this on your community tab to get a few more folks in here. For Heather, she's still working on those watch hours, so still would appreciate some help on those lists for her. If you guys have an extra device or could set up a playlist for the evening or something of her. She has an everything playlist. You just kind of have to find those everything playlists. You kind of just have to scroll down to the bottom. And they're usually at the bottom because YouTube just for some reason doesn't want us to find those big playlists. So they put them at the bottom. I think it's a conspiracy theory. I think they did it on purpose. So just scroll all the way down to that everything playlist and give that a run for her. I think that would help her out a lot. So you want to tell them what we're going to talk about today?
So we're going to talk about some things that we might be able to change or replace in our home that we either use on ourselves or in our home, like for cleaning. So we're just going to throw out a bunch of different ideas. And I saw that Anne earlier posted that, when you do these changes, you don't go to the store and you get everything to change everything now. It's a gradual thing. Don't feel overwhelmed. I mean, if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. But if you do, just, pick one or two things and get used to using those things.
Yeah.
And add to it. Whatever way works best for you, jump into it with both feet if you want to, rip that Band-Aid off. I don't know.
Some of the small things you could start with is change your measuring cups from plastic to glass or those stainless steel kind. Now do this little by little so that it doesn't financially hurt you. Also change your Rubbermaid plasticware to like a glass Pyrex with a lid, okay? And that'll be better and healthier for you. And there's a lot of options where you can make your own wraps for sandwiches and all kinds of stuff. So even things like your plasticware, switching to glass or just little by little, even your little measuring spoons, try to switch from the plastic to the, and it costs more, but also remember they also last longer.
So what's another kind of measuring spoon besides wooden?
I use wooden or when I talk about measuring spoons, I'm talking about like tablespoon, teaspoon, that.
Oh.
But also, yeah, utensils also, you want to get away from your plastic because the Teflon, supposedly also is not good for you. So I switched to stainless steel pans. I switched to Pyrex leftover bowls. I switched to glass or stainless steel measuring cups, and my utensils I switch from plastic to wooden or stainless steel, and I have stainless steel pans. They're harder to clean and things do get stuck more, but I think it's worth it that I'm not eating Teflon, because that Teflon does not break down in your belly. So those are things you little by little. Maybe it took years to get us there to that point. So little by little, pay attention to your glassware, your cups, what you're using in your kitchen. Those are just small little things. Yeah, I've never mastered cast iron, but I did finally invest in some stainless steel. So the very first thing I want to talk about, I've been doing this for years and years and years, because a long time ago, I was going to the dentist and I was going to have a wisdom tooth pulled out. I had a little bit of infection in there. And the dentist says, hey, go home and get your bottle of peroxide, pour some of it out, put water in there, shake it up, get it mixed up, dilute it a little bit with water, and gargle with it at night. And that broke down the infection. I could go back in and get my wisdom tooth pulled. And I resisted. I did not pull them out until I absolutely had to. Another thing is to it also whitens your teeth. So if you can hold it right there inside your gum, it will actually whiten your teeth. You don't have to pay for expensive. If you notice, my teeth are pretty white. I will sit there with the peroxide right there and hold it. And so my bottom teeth are really white because it's easier to do. But up here, I'll also hold it up here to where it's way better than mouthwash. It's way healthier. And I've been doing it for years. Another thing I've been doing for years is using rubbing alcohol to clean windows or mirrors. I've been doing that for years. So one of the solutions I looked up several. I found a YouTube video that was really good. I posted that on my community tab. The lady who put out the video that I followed some of her ideas. I don't know if this one came from her, but she had a lot of great ideas. So here's one cleaning solution you could use: 1 cup of white vinegar, 1 cup of water, and 1 teaspoon of Dawn dish soap. Mix that up. You could use that on lots of surfaces. You cannot use it on marble, or there was one wood, I think. There was a couple you couldn't use it for, but there are some surfaces that you could use it for. You could use it in the kitchen, the bathroom, on windows, or as a deodorizer. Also, there's a lot of different products they said that you could use. Baking soda, for cleaning, baking soda, white vinegar, rubbing alcohol, Castile soap. Now, I wasn't sure exactly what Castile soap was, so I looked it up on Amazon. I pulled up a picture of how to spell it in case you guys wanted to make your own dish soap, laundry soap, this soap, all different soaps. I put a picture of it on my community tab if you guys want to refer back to that. And also lemon juice. She showed the lemon. Yeah. Olive oil can be used to polish your furniture. Who knew? Salt can be used as a scrubbing device. Soap nuts. I have no idea what that is, but hey, look that up. That could be very interesting. Castile soap. And I also wrote down Cushy bottles. So there's a company on Amazon that makes glass bottles that you can put your cleaning supplies in. You want me to be quiet for a second?
No, I would nothing. Keep going. We're moving forward.
Okay, so on olive oil, for your furniture polish, you're going to do 3/4 cup of olive oil. You're going to do the juice of a lemon and 1/4 cup of vinegar, and you could polish your furniture. Never tried it, but I totally want to try that. Rubbing alcohol, I said you could clean windows or mirrors. Let's see.
Be careful with using lemon on certain fabrics and woods too, because it could discolor it. So test.
Yeah, I did hear her. She actually said that in the video I watched about certain things. So she went very in detail of all the things, all the cleaning things, everything from the oven to the microwave. She did all of it. So baking soda can help you clean your toilet.
Stinking toilet. And
white vinegar can clean mold and mildew. On the microwave, you mix vinegar and lemon juice. I would think you would need to add water. So I'm wondering if I missed. And you put that in a cup and microwave it for 2 minutes, and then you wipe it all out. So that's supposed to help.
Yeah, I'll just use lemon slices in the oven and the microwave and heat it up. So I'll heat the stove up, turn it off, put like a Pyrex with water and lemon in there, and just let it sit all day long. And then it's fairly easy to wipe out. Same with the microwave.
So I definitely recommend to look up the Castile soap, because I think that could be used for dishes, dishwasher, shampoo, body gel, all the things to clean yourself, your body, and your house. I think Castile soap. I actually put it in my Amazon wish list because I'm going to try to buy it. Floor cleaner, vinegar and hot water, but not on wood floors. The oven, it says you can clean the oven with baking soda, salt, and water. It makes a paste and you scrub. So there's a lot of, if you buy these basic ingredients that I called out here, you could pretty much make all the stuff that you need. I clean my coffee pot with vinegar. That's a great idea. So I think that's all that I have. Your turn.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's basically the same. So you've got to do your research on an item that you think that you want to use and decide for yourself if that's something that you do want to switch to. If you're looking to switch to something, I have something, and I know that the cloths aren't the material that this is made out of, isn't something that you want to wear. And by no means am I advertising this company. It's Norwex, and the reason why I got it, and I don't have a lot of stuff from them, just a couple of these. It's polyester, and I can't see it. Whatever. Anyways, so this I use for my bathroom mirrors, and I just put a little water on it and clean the mirror. That's it, and it cleans it, and there's no smudges or smears and stuff like that. Some people say newspaper and water or newspaper and vinegar to clean your windows, but then your fingers get all gross.
Yeah.
You know, I use a lot of vinegar and water and essential oils for disinfecting like my bathroom countertops. I'll give them a quick spray and a wipe down like every day. Um, and the dining room table, you know, um, I usually just use a lot of water to scrub like the outside of the windows and stuff like that. Of course, sometimes you need to use like a mild soap to get the nitty gritty off, but there's things like your deodorant. You can make your own deodorant. There's tons of videos. I'd watch tons of videos and decide what'll work best for you, because some people will do videos on things that may or may not work. So,
Yeah.
for you or period. So, um, what else? Yeah, just sanitize, vacuuming. My vacuum has to where I can wash the filter and stuff like that. So I'll wash it really good, the whole canister where it collects all the whatever. I disinfect it with vinegar. Like we use vinegar a lot. Like every load of laundry.
Yeah, I buy the big one. I buy the big, huge thing of vinegar.
My house doesn't smell like vinegar, and if you don't like vinegar, you could.
It dissipates after a while.
Just put some lemon in it or something.
Yeah, if you put lemon in it for a while, the vinegar smell would dissipate. I haven't tried it yet, but I totally want to.
Yeah.
Yep. Another thing is on the bottom of your glass plates, you need to be careful, because some of your glass plates say, do not microwave. So I believe that's a toxin you're putting into your body. So look at the bottom of your plate. I actually know which ones of my plates are microwavable and which ones aren't. So be careful of that.
Yeah. So does anybody else have any other things that they use or things that they think about that they want to use? Like coffee filters, you can buy, look into it. Non-bleached coffee filters, non-bleached tea bags, things like that. Hi, Neil. Hope you're having a good week so far. So I have a microwave in my house.
I do, but I probably don't use it as much as other people do.
Yeah, me neither. Actually, what I do is like when I'm barbecuing and my meat's done on the barbecuer, I will put my meat on a plate and I'll stick it in the microwave to keep it warm while everything else is like, just so that way nothing gets on it and it helps so like it doesn't get cold.
I use mine kind of like a bread box.
Yeah, like little cabinet thingy. So, one thing that I used when my kids were little, my oldest daughter used to get diaper rash all the time, even though like I used cloth diapers for the first year. And then by the time she was a year and a half, she was potty trained, but she would get really bad rashes and really bad. And so I was using Desitin, but Desitin wasn't working too well. So, some older friends told me that you brown flour. So you take like your skillet or your kettle and you just put flour in there and you just keep stirring it around and it'll turn a light brown. Let it cool. And then you put it in like a glass jar or something and use some of that in the diaper. I don't know, like everybody's got their own thing, but that really helped out. And I had
coconut oil.
A daycare kid. Well,
what do you use coconut oil for, Jennifer? Sorry. I'm curious on that one.
Skin. It's good for your skin. And your mouthwash, it takes a little while, so use a tiny bit because it'll make you gag until you get used to it. Yeah.
So will gargling with peroxide will make you gag until you get used to it as well.
Yeah, but
But your
I
teeth
hate
would be so white.
I hate that gagging effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, what else? Bentonite clay is also good for rashes and stings, and you can make toothpaste with it. What else? You can put it on burns as long as you keep it moist. Yep, baking soda and cornstarch for diaper rashes. I mean, adults can get diaper rash, not necessarily. Okay, maybe if you have diapers, you could get diaper rash, but also you can also get rashes as an adult. Sweating and stuff like that. So
Yeah. As sweaty as it is in Texas and New York and Oregon and everywhere else in the world, it's sweaty everywhere. Today it was 89, but it was 55% humidity. So that 10 or 15 minutes that I went outside to do a little work, I was like, ugh, sweaty mess.
yeah, yep,
Activated charcoal. You were going to talk about things to use in
for
place of
real.
toothpaste. What were your ideas on what to use in place of toothpaste? Because I didn't look that one up.
Bentonite clay, you can make a toothpaste. I think some people use baking soda and water. Like you just mix it with a little bit of water.
You
Either
can
one
also
works.
use aloe for sunburn as well.
Mhm.
I should totally look into an aloe plant.
Well, I mean, you can only take so much off your aloe plant,
That's true.
and peppermint. If you have peppermint growing, that's nice to chew on. Your breath is amazing afterwards. I'll tell you that. It's like chewing
I have
peppermint.
spearmint. I need to go harvest some more spearmint. I need to do that tonight. Run out there and just flip a big chunk off and come back. You know what I've been doing with mine? I've been preserving it in my ice trays. There's also an organic toothpaste called Tom's. So if you're looking for an organic one,
I don't wear sunglasses very often because this is a weird thing. So I've gotten migraines ever since I was like, I don't know, probably a baby. I know a toddler for sure. And sometimes I wear sunglasses, but not for very long. The part that goes on your nose sometimes makes me start feeling like I'm going to get a migraine.
glasses can do that too. If your little nose pads are too tight, it can.
Well, it's anything
Yeah.
like sitting on the bridge of my nose. Yeah, it does. It refreshes your mouth and it's nice. Okay, some people are really weird about picking things straight out of the garden without rinsing it.
I eat ground cherries out of the garden all the time. Now I do inspect it first to make sure there's no like bug crawled in it and stuff. Make sure there's no
the ground cherries. Hello, bushcraft.
You got your ground cherry seeds?
Yep, I got those in the mail yesterday. I tried to tell you, but your phone was being weird.
Stupid, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Anne told me she got her bag in the mail that she won. I don't know if she won it for HGW or for the Friday Night Hideout, but she won it from. So I wasn't going to send another bag out until I got her bag out. I didn't want to have multiple bags sitting here. And then somebody who's in the chat, I think they're in the chat.
You guys
is getting a bag as a surprise in the mail. So be looking for that.
I feel sorry for anybody that kisses you.
Yeah, I get
you want a little antenna right here.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Smile the Oh, my nose itches. I'm sorry, guys.
Cockroaches. We don't have cockroaches in this part of Oregon. I think in other parts, but I've seen some. One time we had to go move my father-in-law from California, and we had stayed in a hotel, and the suckers were big. I'm like, I've never seen these before. They're huge. Yeah. It's scary. What else? I've been going out every day, at least once a day, and picking small handfuls of raspberries. What else? Raspberries, blueberries, goji berries, and gummy berries, and eating them, and gooseberries. Upping my probiotics and all the things and trying to, I don't know, get as healthy as I can.
I've been trying to eat about 5 or 6
Naturally.
ground cherries, 5 or 6
Oh,
ground
sure.
cherries every day. And I just actually sent some out as a membership appreciation prize to Butler Family Farm, one pineapple ground cherry seeds, the ones that you got.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So I have a few more to package up today. I actually worked on packaging up some more seed. My husband actually bought me some lantana seeds because my lantana, it's a bush. It got they put the wood when they cut all our trees down. Yeah, pineapple ground cherries. There you go.
I actually have enough time. I could plant some.
You do, yeah, you do, because it's like a tomato. I hope you get this is my recommendation, Heather.
Yeah.
Because I've done this several years in a row. I say plant them all.
Okay.
Because I don't know why, but it just seems it's one of those things that it just seems like it takes a lot to get 1 or 2. So like just plant but wherever you plant them, just be okay with the fact they're probably going to stay there.
Okay, so I have to think about that. That's the hard part.
They will, but not necessarily. I mean, I didn't trust that they were going to come up on their own, so I actually put a few down myself because I had more seeds. But yeah,
okay.
Oh, reminder tonight, Linda with Another Time, Jan with Simply Jan Homestead, and Tammy with Mountain Grandma are having the building skills giveaway. There's a
what?
Really
They're doing what? The giveaway?
Giveaway, 8:00. Woohoo! It's going to be on Jan's channel, Tammy's channel, and Linda's channel. I think it's going to be on all 3. So there's going to be multiple prizes, probably a good 10 prizes or more. I know there's some gift cards donated. There's a tool. I know there's some seeds donated. And there may still be time to donate a prize. Contact Jan, Linda, or Tammy if you're interested in donating a prize for tonight. There might be still time to get in on that. So show up for that giveaway. It's going to be super fun. And we appreciate all you guys who
hurry and get your beautiful comments on all.
Yes, go by their. Yeah, I think they all have playlists. Yeah, because I'm not sure if they're using the comment picker, but they might. You never know. So you have to go comment on some videos so you have a better chance of winning. So between now and then, you have time to comment on some of those videos. So hopefully you guys will win some prizes. I can't wait to see who's going to win.
So I did a thing.
You did a thing.
Saw somebody locally selling some gated arches, and I bought them. What? One of them matches one that I already have. So now my problem is, and this is the Building Skills Collaboration giveaway tonight, an hour after we're done here. So one of the gates that I got matches one of the gates that I have, and I had put up, I'm going to have to do a video. It doesn't make any sense to y'all. Anyways, it's a lot of work, 2-pound rebar into the ground. So I'm like, I don't want to yank it all out and then have to put one of the gated arches somewhere else. Yeah, it's a power.
So what's the arch made of? Like what kind of?
Some kind of metal thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm going to spray paint them eventually. It might not be until next year because there's so many things going on, so busy. I've got some raspberries in the freeze dryer because I wanted to see how those would taste.
The freeze dryer, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I've got a bunch of yogurt that I need to put in there.
Yeah, let me know how the yogurt is. You should totally do a video on that. Like, show yourself doing a little bit and pulling it off and then trying it. Like,
and it's just plain yogurt.
People probably would like to know what does it taste like.
Right, because I figured with plain yogurt, it doesn't have hopefully extra. I mean, essentially it'd be nice to make my own yogurt, but you could only make so much yogurt
Yeah.
with fresh milk at a time. But anyways, yeah, and I thought about getting into. There's a lady up the road that has Nubian goats that are in milk, and she has like a milk share thing going on.
Mhm.
And I contemplated on maybe buying some of the goat's milk from her and freeze drying it so
Mhm.
that I can use it in my soaps. Hi, Dakota. Why don't you actually pop your head over here and say hello?
I was wondering if that was a person. Is that your son or
Yeah,
your
what is
husband?
that?
What was that?
Dang
Your
it.
son or your husband?
Yeah, what is it? A tarantula? They don't know. You got
Son.
uh,
Hi.
uh so what do you guys do on the 4th of July, Gail and everybody?
If we do anything, it's usually go to the lake and watch the fireworks. That's usually what we do. We have gone fishing. I know I'm going to spend part of the 4th of July holiday with my mom, just like a girls' Saturday night. I'm going to go stay Saturday night with my mom. We're going to do ministry. We're going to have girls' night, watch some girl movies, just do the girl thing. It'll be fun. So that'll be your Friday night. So hubby and I, if we do anything, it'll be tomorrow.
We used to live in a cul-de-sac, and so I started doing this potluck cul-de-sac 4th of July thing. So everybody, we had Hispanic neighbors. We had neighbors from Peru, and they would cook like the food from where they come from, and then there would be like steaks and burgers and all kinds of food, and we'd have like tents with the netting zip up, and we would get legal fireworks, and we would have people over the years lining up with lawn chairs outside the cul-de-sac to watch the show.
That's awesome. Actually, the fireworks, our little community did not have enough money to do the fireworks. Whoever used to do it didn't do it, or somehow we didn't. So they're going to do it on someone's private property.
Oh. So we
I don't know if we're going to go to that or not.
We don't do fireworks anymore. And it's kind of hard for me to go to events with lots of people at events unless we can find a spot a little distance away from people, because if they're smoking the green stuff and I breathe it in, it gives me a migraine like that, and I don't want to get sick.
Is that legal in Oregon? Is the green stuff illegal in Oregon?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. So no matter where I go, I have to kind of like be careful. And if like I can hurry up and put my shirt over my face. So
before you ingest any of it.
Yeah. But I like staying home, which is really cool because where I'm located, we can see fireworks from far away, all the way around. Like we can sit in the middle of the driveway kind of and see like lots of the big fireworks everywhere. So plus I get nervous because, we have our cows and everything. I get nervous that, what if something starts on fire,
Yeah.
So, nothing too exciting. Maybe we'll make a brisket or something. That sounds good.
Ariella, did you ever do your giveaway?
No, she was waiting until after you guys had the meetup.
Okay, I didn't know if she had it and I missed it somehow or what.
Yeah, and
I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss something I was supposed to do or whatever, because she had talked about maybe doing it on my channel.
Yeah, she's looking for more donations, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ariella. And then also she needs somebody to help her with the setup, the like giveaway tool and all that stuff. So
Well, I did offer with her. I mean, Ariella, I can totally give you a lesson so you can run the giveaway. I mean, I helped others, so.
Yeah, I'm a pro now.
I know. I trained her so well she can do it all by herself now.
So just making sure that we drink lots of water.
Water.
All the time.
Water's good.
Water.
Water. Lemon water.
Yep. Lemon water.
Lemon water.
Yeah, like I don't even want to go find parking and stuff. That's just dumb.
I know. I've
already
been sitting here considering, do I want to go tomorrow or do I not want to go tomorrow? Did Carol put something to me? Something about the P.O. box?
I'm looking. I don't know. Post it again if you did.
I thought I saw something.
Oh, there we go. On the last one. I just hadn't gotten to it yet, Gail.
Watch the P.O. box. Okay, I just went there today. I picked up a prize I won from the Survival Seeds collaboration. So it's just kind of sitting there on the counter until
Wait, look at there's a little thing running on the bottom.
Yeah, it has both of our emails.
Did you do that?
No, I think you did that last time and you just left it there. I thought you did it.
That's weird. I didn't.
You probably did it like. Well, it's there in case you in case they want to email us during this live.
Did you see what Ariella said?
So more donations, need someone with hosting it. I told her either number one, I could do it and run it, and she just invite her people over, but I don't have the paid StreamYard. Or I can give her a lesson privately and then go over and just be there to help her talk her through it. As a non-paid person on there, no problem. Don't mind doing that to help you out, Ariel.
If I ever reach my 3,000 officially, I'll have a giveaway. Hi, Nancy. Whoop. What are you talking about? A VCR? I don't think I have a VCR anymore, but I think I still have a VCR.
Heather could probably do it. Heather's smart. She could probably do it. I'm just like, I wouldn't be able to do it.
I think I have, my mom has a VHS tape video recording, home video of me in the, now I went blank on the dog. What's the white dog's name again? No, back from the old days, Spuds MacKenzie. So my dad had a restaurant at the coast.
Lassie?
My dad had a restaurant at the coast and he rented a Spuds MacKenzie costume.
Uh-huh.
And that was me in it.
Oh, I actually wore a Santa Claus costume one year when my mom used to have a store. I put on the Santa Claus costume and waved.
Did you say ho ho ho, or did you go?
I sure did.
But
it
did
was
you do it in a voice?
Yeah, of course. Ho ho ho. Nobody could hear me because they were driving by, but there were people that stopped and came in the store, so it worked.
I know. I got to do more lives. I've been busy planting things in my garden, and
I still have the Santa Claus costume.
You do?
I do. Yeah, one year I dared my husband to go to Walmart wearing the Santa costume.
You know what you should do?
So he did do it.
What's the dance thingy called where you go on both? Dakota, help me. You know when you stand up and you go like this?
The kids.
Yeah, it's a newer thingy majiggy. I'm not one of the kids. Rolo has to go to the bathroom. Can you please take him?
Oh.
So he's telling us like a good boy.
I was going to say twerk. That's like the newest dance I can think of is the twerk. I don't know.
No, it's not.
The other one where they do their fingers. The one where they do their hands to the side, they swing their arms. That one?
Yeah, that one.
I forget what that's called.
You should work with the Santa outfit on for your short. Make it a full minute, though. A full minute. I dare you.
You never know. You never know. You never know.
Oh, I dare you. That would be amazing.
You never know.
Christmas in July. Come on, Gail.
Reach. Come back to this subject in like November.
Yeah, but it's Christmas.
The hustle. No, there's a new one. The one where they swing their arms and you have to be really coordinated to do it. I know.
Yeah, you thrust the side of your hips this way and then you go this way.
Yeah, I think I tried. I don't think I could do it.
You didn't miss anything. We're just being corny now.
Yeah, right now. Yeah, we're goofing off. But don't forget the big giveaway, the building skills collaboration. Linda with Another Time. Tammy with Mountain Grandma.
You will win a lemon.
Tool set, seeds, gift cards, all kinds of cool stuff, guys. Totally don't forget the giveaway, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on all 3 channels.
Yes, Adrian. Because Adrian knows how to do it.
Oh, the floss. That's it. The floss. What is the Christmas in July collab, Heather? Tell us all about it. Who's hosting that?
Hold on. I need to get it correct. The person who is hosting that, and you'll want to watch it because it might give you some grand ideas that you can plan for the winter, real Christmas, is hosted by Jenny Scratch Made Kitchen. And there are several channels that are involved in doing that. And I believe she will have a playlist of the people. So it's Monday through Friday, weekends off for this whole entire month.
So it's already started, right?
Yep.
There's probably a couple of videos already out.
Yep.
Can somebody post the link to Jenny Scratch Made Kitchen at Jenny Gough, I think it is. JenniGough.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep.
Look up Jenny Gough and put up her channel for you guys who might want to follow that collab. So what kind of things do you do in the collab? What kind of things are they looking for that collaboration?
I think it's anything Christmas.
Oh, so it could be like
crafting, cooking, I think, stuff like that. Maybe building something Christmas to give people ideas.
Christmas ornaments.
Okay, so Nancy says, I have a question. I just harvested some thyme and oregano from my containers. The thyme smells like motor oil, and the oregano has an aftertaste. What could that be? It could be that you harvested too late, that it's getting ready to bolt, or it has bolted, meaning that it's flowering. Yeah.
Hi, Arthur.
Oh, hi, Arthur. Glad you are here. Happy 4th to you. And
that would be my assessment too, is that you harvested it so late. Because if you also, that's true. If you harvest lettuce too late, it'll be more bitter.
Like bitter.
So,
yeah.
I actually pulled all my lettuce up and gave the rest of it to the chickens and just kind of started over, hoping.
It's not.
It's an invitation. I call it a closed collab meeting. However, you probably could email her and ask.
Yeah, I would just email her. Possibly. Yeah, I would email her for sure. So that could be it.
Oh, that you didn't harvest in the morning, you harvested later in the day. I've heard that too.
Oh,
I never
darn.
think of that. I just kind of harvest when I want, when I got
Yeah.
time.
So try maybe tomorrow or over the next couple of days if you can, if you have
If
enough to
you have any
harvest
more, try to harvest it in the morning
in
and
the
see if
morning.
that changes it a little.
Yeah, and see. Otherwise, it might just be because I wouldn't think that there would be anything in your soil because you put the soil in your containers and stuff. So that's all I can really think of.
Do you live in an apartment? Is it possible somebody could have poured something in
They
there?
have garden maintenance people that keep up the stuff, so there's that.
Yeah, I think I remember talking to her on the phone one time, and she was like, she has to tell people, don't mess with this or don't mess with that, because I think it's like my mom where they maintain her stuff, and they have tore my mom's bushes down before, and she gets so mad as I was when they put all that wood on top of my lantana bushes. Who doesn't know a lantana bush is a plant? It had yellow flowers on it. How could you not know? Me being a gardener, and there's garden stuff everywhere, and I told you to save the wood for gardening. So why would you then put the wood on top of my lantana bushes that I grew from seed? I was mad.
Because they don't garden?
Anyway, I got like 2,000 seeds now, so I should be good. But I'll probably wait
She's
till
gonna
next
have the whole front yard lantana.
Lantana. I know exactly where
Lantana.
I'm growing them, but I won't wait till next year. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, just doing a lot of harvesting and all the things.
I actually cleaned up one of my beds and replanted to give it a refresher because I'm
Ooh,
at that stage
that's
myself.
nice.
Yeah. So I just thought, wouldn't it be nice to have some pretty flowers out here in the fall when you're cleaning up the yard and to
Mhm.
be able to continue to show some things and keep the pollination going? Because though
Um,
I've harvested a lot of squash, I haven't yet harvested any tomatoes. So I need to keep those pollinators out there for my tomatoes. I do have some on there, which they do normally grow slower because they're like on the brick wall of the house, so I think that's why I usually get fall tomatoes, not summer tomatoes. However, I only plant tomatoes there every other year. So since I planted them there this year, next year I'm going to put them in a raised bed. And I have done really well with them in a big raised bed with cages. So that's what I did with
okay.
my Mariana tomatoes.
So, since everybody's going to have some amazing food on the 4th and probably the day before and the day after, that's okay. Just keep going with your healthy eating afterwards if
Yep.
if it's not so healthy, I guess. I don't
Bugs
know.
are extra protein. Yes. I thought you were done for the season. Yeah, I go through those phases, Adrian, but one day it wasn't really bad out there. So I got out there and just kind of refreshed one of the beds. Now, I'm not going to replant everything, but I did like freshen up the two planters by the house. I want to maintain them as looking nice because after everything else, I'm done with everything else, and I start pulling everything up. There'll be some nice flowers, and I'll still have to water the tomatoes. So it'll be right close to the back door. I could just boop, boop, water the few things and go inside instead of having to go all over the yard. It's right by the back door. And then at the very end of the season, after I've amended all the beds, then I can turn around and amend those because I know they're going to be last.
So I have a tomato plant that's going on year 3 this fall in the house. It's like 3 feet tall. It hasn't started blooming yet this year. Yeah. But I have a tomato cage in the pot to help hold it up, and I just take the tomato cage and shake it a little bit.
Yeah.
And
I have
some
actually grown tomatoes in a huge raised bed with cages, and they work just fine. I really probably planted way too many tomatoes this year because my Roma paste tomatoes were coming up really slow and I was getting very impatient because that's just Gail. So I turned around and started planting some beefsteak tomatoes. And before you know it, there's like a jungle. I think I did a short. I don't know if it comes out this week or next week, but there's a short of my jungle of tomato bushes there. And I did go and cut some of the bottom leaves off of like about 75% of the bed, but
so I have a hoop house this year. Nothing's in my cattle panel hoop house, but I had 70 tomato plants in there. And when I would go through and tie them up and stuff, and I'd come out, I would be pollinated from head to toe. I would have pollen on me. My fingers would be thick with pollen. It was actually kind of cool.
Wow.
Why so many tomatoes? Because I canned a lot of tomato sauce.
It's cool.
I did ketchup. I did all kinds. Did you take Rolo out? Does he need water? There's something. He's whining again.
I'm assuming you mean the dog.
Yeah, Rolo the dog. Because he looks like the candy, Rolo. That's why his name is Rolo.
That's what happens when you're famous, Jan. Yes, Jan is famous.
I'm famous too.
I know. You know what I did? Friday night, I do Friday night hideout in the slot right before Jan's. Friday night, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. I do a giveaway every Friday night. I just sit there and talk about different things. But this Friday, we're going to have a 4th of July celebration where I invited all of my famous YouTube friends to come up and join me. And if you're interested in getting a link, if you'll send me an email, I'll more than likely, if I know you pretty well, send you a link to that. So, and some of you guys, if you got a link in an email, that was to the Friday night 4th of July celebration. So
okay,
come hang out and see what we're doing. Hi, Nancy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, bye-bye. Okay, see.
What?
Jennifer says because Jan's been on the phone with all her fans the whole life, so I had to pretend like I was getting a call.
You should have been at the meetup. She had to sign autographs everywhere. It's crazy.
I still like that short that I did. So I wore a dress like I was going to the horse races and a big hat, and I went to a payphone. And I
sent so many things out. I don't even remember what seeds I sent you, Beth. Oh, it was from Tina's giveaway. Yeah. That's right. Wasn't it? Yeah, the link is for Friday night, 5 p.m. It's only going to be a 1-hour live. And if you could even just come up like 10, 20 minutes, that would be awesome. Just kind of a full 4th of July hangout. If you're not busy, no obligation. Just talk about whatever, random subjects.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So, Bushcraft, are you still doing the keto? Sorry, carnivore. That's not right.
He had talked about how he would do the carnivore and then stop for a little bit and then do the carnivore again. So I think he does it in spurts.
Yeah.
Spurts, and then stops and then does it again. So maybe he was trying to get slimmed up for this meetup thing he went to. You think? Maybe. Sorry, just kidding. Just kidding, Charles. Started back again. Yeah.
So I'm just doing the rebounding and doing my stretches and doing all my chores. Ooh, a new website.
No, I think that was Nancy that won the seeds from Tina's collaboration from me. I have so many people I've been sending out. So you guys have no idea. I'm like a rotating packages and seeds and little envelopes, like right here. It was just like a whole section of stuff.
I'll be laying in bed and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. I sent so-and-so an apron. because I can't, like, I'm like,
I bet you can't remember them all. Yeah.
I can't. And so every now and then I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I did get one of those egg aprons because I don't have the skills that Miss Heather over here has. I found some of those egg aprons for a decent price on Amazon, and I think I'm gonna maybe order that from Amazon and have it sent as a price. I'm gonna do that maybe like my next.
I have one that a friend of mine gave me that I want to.
That'll be fun. Bye, Charles. You got your own life. You probably do. Thank you for coming in.
Nancy always wins.
She is very blessed. I was going to say lucky, but she's not lucky. She's blessed. She's very blessed. Yeah, I think she may not have her seeds that I sent her because I think I just sent hers like 2 days ago. Finally, I came back from the meetup and I was like, Tina, who was that again that won the seeds from your giveaway? And she's like, Nancy. I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay, that's it. So then I made up the label because I send things from my house now. So I don't have the excuse of going to the post office to see my best friend who works there. Not. I send things from stamps.com now. That's who I use.
That's the, and
you got some on the way. Let me know when you get
one of these.
Harvest apron.
Harvest apron.
Yeah, that's cool.
So if anybody finds a good deal on linen tablecloth.
Linen tablecloth.
That's what this is. It's a vintage linen tablecloth that I lined it too.
Some of my zucchini, I'm not sure if I could even get them in there.
A pair of my husband's denim jeans. I like it. Actually, I should put it on when I pick my raspberries, but I would have to put a bowl in it and it tightens so I can hold the bowl in there.
This one might fit, but it's heavy. This is my Coco Zell.
Coco Gel.
Which I didn't know what that was the first time I saw it. I was like, Adrian, these zucchini you sent me, they have stripes. What's going on? And then finally, she told me
I should go to estate sales.
I believe this is also another variety of Coco Zell squash.
Did you know that squash can cross-pollinate? What is that?
Yeah, and that may be a cross-pollination. But hey, if it's a zucchini with a Coco Zell, I'm okay with that. Squash it tastes like squash to me.
Very lemony.
Smells lemony.
Is it sweet?
Don't forget tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Another time, Simply Jan Homestead and Grandma giveaway building collab.
I have to make sure perfect.
You need to make quilted microwave potato bags.
You should send me a picture.
Huh. Yeah.
So I can see what it looks like.
Yeah. I have this is a whole bowl of squash right here. This is all different. It's all basically zucchini, but just some different varieties. I also had I did 2 Trombensino squash. I've already eaten those. They taste a lot like butternut squash. Gray zucchini, yeah. Yeah, okay. So I basically had 3 kinds. I had regular, Coco Zell, and gray. I had all the things, all the.
There's some collaborations coming up besides the Christmas in July one that's currently going on.
Yeah.
Tammy's collaboration is coming up in August for Tammy. Go. What else? I feel like there's more. Jan has one too.
Jan.
The healthy.
She was going to do a healthy snack one, I think.
Or healthy meals. I can't remember. Jan.
Something like that. Yeah. We need an informational video on that, and
I
maybe a
missed that when
starting
you
date.
used to list them.
I know. I actually thought about starting that back in the fall, winter time frame, because really a lot of these collaborations do happen in the fall, winter time. I do know that day in September, I will be making announcements videos for Fall Fest, and Fall Fest first official date for when the videos are going to come out, in case you're planning things out. September 29th will be the day, because I'm going to try to wrap up the whole collab in 1 month. So I want to start it on the very big first day of well, it would technically be the last day of that month. That way I can use the whole first week of October. And then I did a poll on my channel. How long should people be allowed to comment on the videos? A week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks? So far, and if you have an opinion on that, the poll is still on my channel. When I decide to make that decision, whatever is higher in the poll at that time, which right now it's 2 weeks, that will be how long people have to comment on the videos. Right now, 2 weeks is the most popular answer.
Let me write that down and I'll look into it, because I bet you I can find something.
I don't know what they are. I don't know.
I'll look into it.
Oh, and I did put 3 sources on my community tab. I posted my own laundry soap that I made, which kind of fits into our cleaning products. I posted the name of the Castile soap, in case you wanted to look that up. I also posted the video of where I got some of my information for tonight's live, so that person could get credit for her information. So if you want more information, go back to that video. Sorry, guys. I'm losing my voice all of a sudden.
All right. Do you need to wet your whistle?
Maybe.
I'm going to wear my 4th of July, what is it called? My 4th of July patchwork skirt.
Ooh. I need to see if I have something special to wear for Friday night for the 4th of July video, live. So if you're not busy and you don't have anything, stop by Friday night and see what kind of YouTube famous people we'll have on for the night. See what we're talking about. We have any interesting information or just some crazy gags and jokes?
If the fireworks are good enough to be seen, I might do a live for a little while, so people who have never seen.
Yeah, some people don't get out to watch things like that.
Well, and not all countries
would appreciate it. My hair's kind of falling. My hair's kind of trying to fall out of the side frame.
But yeah, so maybe. But yeah, so it's pretty exciting. I'm getting the itch for sewing again.
Yeah.
I haven't been sewing for like the last month and a half. Because I've been so busy gardening.
2 hydroponic machines that I'm going to start videos on in September. So that's going to be some fall winter content for me. I'm also planning on doing some more soap making, some more crafts, some more cooking, things like that. Heather and I have a collaboration that we were talking about doing in November, right?
Yep.
Was it October or November?
November, right? Yeah. It's going to be cool. Should we tell them or no?
We can, I guess.
Okay.
So maybe get people to start signing up to.
So here is the idea for this collaboration. We haven't named it. It's basically where I write down on a recipe card 2 different recipes that are the recipes that my family and friends really like. Two separate recipes that are like, okay, so everybody's always like, loves my salsa and loves my enchiladas.
Like your favorite or your best recipe.
Right? So then everybody's going to have 2 different recipes that are the best or the favorite in their family or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And so then we're going to make a list and we're going to draw and say Anne wants to participate. Well, Anne's going to, let's say she gets picked for my 2 recipe cards. Well, she doesn't say anything. She picks one of my recipes that she thinks she wants to make. So, like,
And she
let's
makes a
say she
video on
doesn't
it.
want to do the enchiladas, so she does the salsa, but she copies my salsa recipe, doesn't say that it's my recipe, and then at the end of the video, she says it. Something kind of like that. So
Something
you're
like that. Also, people who have like a lot of restrictions, like let's use Nancy for an example. Nancy has some different dietary things and also does my friend Carol with Broke But Bountifully Blessed. Now, in some cases like that, we may put in your email dairy free, vegan, what your different things are. And maybe the people who kind of have some of those allergies, we can kind of pair them up together so they can be conscientious of each other's things.
so it's
And
something different.
everybody else will try to pick randomly, but maybe the people with some allergies will try to pair them up specifically so they
Right.
get someone who also has
So
something.
it's not something you found in a book. I mean, it could have been long ago. It's not
Yeah.
something you found online. Maybe you could have long ago, but it's something tried and true
Leave those out.
being sent into your home for you to try.
Yeah.
So I recommend, you
The
know,
recipe
like,
can change.
yeah. Oh,
And
I'm
we'll
sorry.
do more talking about it. We'll have a live talking about it. We might even just talk about it one night on here. But maybe
And
put
I'd
it
like
somewhere in the
to
title.
do a giveaway at the end, which could be a printout of all the recipes for a winner. We talked about that, and you know, a bunch of whatever else stuff like cooking things, you know, measuring spoons, maybe, you know, stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
that's
picked out
the
some really
idea.
cool stuff on Amazon. So that would be some of those cooking items I picked out would be
Cool.
great.
So I thought that would be fun because then, you know, I mean, maybe you don't like the recipe, like say you don't like my salsa, but you tried it and you could always adjust it afterwards.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to say you love it or you hate it. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Just
don't
make
be
it.
like, oh, this is nasty, throw it
Yeah,
away.
maybe don't say something mean. You know what I mean? Just make it and try it, and then if you end up feeding it to your dog after, just keep it to yourself. You know, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing. You don't say.
Yeah.
But I think it would be fun. So if you're interested in getting in with that collaboration, you can send it to my email that's scrolling across the bottom or Heather's. And what we'll do is we'll make a little list. We'll start compiling a list. And then, like I said, we
So
may
you know.
pair up the people with allergies, and then everybody else we may pick at total random.
Right. So
if
you
you're
won't
interested in
know
doing
who's you're getting. You'll just get an
email,
email with the 2 recipes. And
I think it'll be fun.
yeah, and so you won't know who's it. You'll know once you get the email, but you don't get to pick. And then you get to pick between the 2 recipes from that.
That way, if you're absolutely not a beef person or not a chicken person, but those are things you can put in your email too. And then that person who gets you will get that email forwarded to them with your allergies or your dislikes in it. You know, so my person may get to hear, okay, I'm not really a fan of shrimp. I'm not really a fan of mushrooms. I don't really like liver. You know, I may go into some of my dislikes or
Ooh,
food
Robin.
allergies there.
Robin, you're going to have to help me learn how to use my treadle machine. I've got it in the garage. I need to make room in my craft room to put it in. But I want to, so I have a pattern for like kind of like a late 1800s house in a prairie dress. And I wanted to sew the whole thing on the treadle sewing machine.
That would
I
be
don't want
fun.
to sew it by hand because that would really take a long time, and I don't got that.
There's actually a video somewhere on my channel of me wearing a bonnet.
Oh
I
yeah,
bet Evan knows where. Yeah, I have a video of me wearing a bonnet, or
I
maybe
made
two.
a bonnet and a vintage apron.
Yeah, mine was bought. I
Vintage
bought it
apron.
at like some kind of store. But if there's somebody in here who could put up the link to Simply Jan Homestead, Mountain Grandma, or Linda.
I even have the
Giveaway
fabric
live
for the
tonight. If somebody could put the link to that giveaway that happens tonight in T minus 38 minutes, 34 minutes, 48. Anyway, around
50.
45, 47 minutes. Then put that up for you guys so you could click on that link, maybe turn that notification bell. If you notice, anytime I make a mistake in my video, I go right after I say it, and then I clip it and put it at the end. 50? What about 50?
50 minutes. It was.
Oh, 50 minutes. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Wow.
Do it, Heather. I don't know what she's
Be
talking
there.
about.
Be there.
Do it, Heather. Do it.
Metal machine sewing the dress.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys could put up a link to tonight's giveaway, and there's going to be some kind of cool tool set, gift card or two, some seeds, some other different prizes. So yeah, you definitely want to go by, check out
I'm
that giveaway.
donating something to it as well.
So am I. I'm donating something as well.
But I'm saying
So,
something more. It's a surprise.
yep, me either. I'm not telling. You have to go to the live to figure it out.
Yep.
So, and there may be time to still donate a prize to the giveaway. So if that's something you're interested, contact Jen, Linda, or Tammy. Boom.
And go there, be there.
Live giveaway. It is on 3 channels, so you have 3 choices. If you have a couple of devices, you could have it going on multiple devices. Like I could have it on my phone, my laptop, and my TV, and I could technically have all 3 channels going. Or if you only have one device, you'll just have to pick one.
We have a TV in our bedroom, which is against my beliefs. I don't think we need a TV. My husband likes a TV in the bedroom, but it doesn't work anymore. Aw.
Oh no.
I didn't do anything.
Guys, for putting up the link to the giveaway.
So, I never thought about using it before to run videos, honestly, but it doesn't work now.
Yeah, it's not the easiest, but it takes some clicking to get in there and do it. But I pretty commonly
because I don't watch TV.
Let channels go and pull up things. Sometimes I'll be in there doing something and I'll put on something to listen to while I'm doing my makeup or braiding my hair or putting up my clothes or whatever I'm doing, folding clothes, whatever I do in my bedroom in there. I'll have my TV going while I'm doing that. So, and then sometimes we'll watch one show before we go to bed, like right before we go to bed. Usually it's Heartland.
Cool.
Heartland.
So if anybody has any collaborations you were thinking about doing, but you're scared, email Gail. She can help you through the process.
Sure, why
not? No, actually, if you have ideas and
I can give ideas, that doesn't mean I'm going to run it. However, if you pick a time of the year when I'm not busy, I could maybe co-host it with you. But yeah, I'm basically going from one giveaway to one giveaway to one giveaway, like boom, 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 boom. So, yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
Okay, charge before the giveaway.
Yeah,
recharge
for this one. I'm actually wearing these coveralls. And I ordered them. They looked really cute, but then
can you pull up
yes,
Robin's comment?
Robin's helping me with the treadle. Robin.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I knew it was long and I was like, it's too tiny for me to see. So
But I
Yeah.
don't like the fabric that these are made out of. But I like the bottoms.
Oh, cute. They
And
look
Linda sent me a whole bunch of rose fabric. And there's
You
6
did? Oh,
different-
Linda, yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm going to replicate this outfit.
With that. Ooh, that would be neat. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to get off here because I got to go eat some food before the giveaway starts. And I want to be there and maybe try to get some multiple channels going on here so I can have more than one of my friends playing at one time. So if I don't make any comments on your channel, you're probably the one that's on my TV.
A lot of times I watch y'all's stuff on TV and I don't comment, you know.
Yeah.
Bushcraft is live if you guys want to hop over there for a little bit
Yeah.
before you go over and
Giveaway
try
starts.
and win that drill.
Also, another thing, you got about 40 minutes to get a few comments on those building skills collaboration videos in case they're using that YouTube comment picker tonight.
Make
We
sure
don't
that
know if
you're
they're doing it.
still, make sure you keep moving your body and drinking your water
Yes.
every day.
And if you do bad on the weekend, get back up on Monday and walk and eat good. And
Something
just
every
right
single
back
day.
up on
Because
All
we
right. Well, I
just-
got to let you guys go. I got to go get a few things ready before we go on to this giveaway. So thank you guys for coming in. Bye, Heather.
Why, that was quick. Yeah, see ya. Ow. Bye, Gail.
I'm hungry.
I guess so. Okay, bye, everybody.